Hey everyone, it's Riley, and today I'm going to be setting up another month in my bullet journal. So the bullet journal that I'm using for this half of the year is this one right here. It's actually available in my Etsy shop. It comes in 3 different colors, so I decided to use this green one. They've got a lot of great features, nice thick 160 GSM paper that is totally white. The dots are not too dark. It's got the elastic behind it or around it, a pocket in the back, 2 bookmarks, all that kind of stuff. So again, you can find those linked in the description along with all the supplies that I use in this video if you're interested. So if you've been around some of my Plan With Me videos before, you probably already know this, but I really like to keep my Plan With Me videos and just my bullet journal in general very functional. So yes, I will be doing some art, some doodles in this video, but nothing too intense. I really feel like this is doable and attainable for anyone. And the pages that I include are quite minimal as well. I don't tend to use a bunch of like extra pages like a playlist or a mood tracker or things like that. I really like to keep it kind of just bare bones, the things that I actually need to get me through the month. So if you like content like this, please don't forget to subscribe, and you can go ahead and grab your journal, your markers, some black pens, maybe a white gel pen or some stamps if you've got them, and let's go and set up August. So as I mentioned at the start, this is the journal that I'm using for this half of 2022. I'm going to link my setup video for this journal right up here because I'm so happy with how it turned out, and I'm actually using one of those same colors in today's theme. So the Tombow markers that you can see beside me, they're all from Stationery Pal. I love getting my markers from them. I do have a discount code down in the description, and this green, number 228, just matches my journal so perfectly. So I used it when I set up this journal, and I'm using it again in this month. And lately I've just been really loving stacked calligraphy, stacked lettering, stuff like that. I've done that a few times this year already, so I decided to do it again for August. And I am using a really fine liner here. This is a size 02, and I'm just adding sort of a drop shadow by adding a line to the bottom and right side of each letter, and I am leaving a little bit of breathing room between the letter and the line itself. So for this theme, I'm keeping the supplies very minimal. I didn't use any washi tape or stickers or stamps or anything like that. I'm using these 3 Tombow markers. I'm also using a white gel pen, that black fine liner that you just saw, and then also those little black Tombow Fudenosuke brush pens. They're a lot smaller than the ones that I'm using right now, and they're really great for doing little headings, and you'll see those in just a bit. So you may be starting to recognize this theme, maybe not, because I am just like trying something different this time. So a jellyfish theme is one that I've done so many times before, but I've never done it in this style. I've always done it where like I outline the jellyfish with a fine liner, and then I add the tentacles just in fine liner, not in color. I'll try to link a video somewhere up here of one of the journals in which I showed this theme because I've used it in a lot of my custom journals, but this time I decided to do it differently. There's no fine liner involved in the jellyfish, just the color. And then along with this, I am going to use white gel pen to make them a little bit more exciting. So again, these doodles are super simple. I colored in like a half circle, and now I'm just adding 4 wiggly tentacles to each one. You could totally switch up like the size of the curls and the tentacles and stuff like that. Whatever you want to do, this is a really easy theme to duplicate. And the last thing that I'm adding, well, aside from the white doodles, is these little bubbles. So again, I'm using my fine liner in size 02 and just adding bubbles in like clusters. I tend to always do my bubbles in clusters of 2 or 3. So as you can see, I'm going in now and just adding a bunch of random little designs with white gel pen, just to take this very simple theme and make it a little bit more exciting. The gel pen that I'm using today is the Jelly Roll in the size 10, but I have had good luck with, or success, whatever, with the ones also from Mr. Pen and from Uniball. I've loved all of them at different points, so I will have a few different white gel pen options linked down below. So now that the cover page is complete, I'm setting up the left side, which is going to be my tasks page. So I am keeping the number of pages really low for my monthly setups lately. I've just found that I don't really need anything more at this time. So I've got my tasks over here, and the headings say work, home, other, and then lifestyle. And these are just the different categories of tasks that I'm going to have this month. So for lifestyle, this is something new that I'm doing. But recently I've been learning a lot over on like Instagram and just the internet in general, about, you know, minimizing our toxic load and stuff like that. And it's actually really fascinating learning about little things that you can do, like switching, you know, to stainless steel instead of Teflon or whatever, glass containers, you know, that kind of stuff. So learning about little swaps that I can make in my lifestyle to be more healthy. So that's what the lifestyle box is for. And then the other ones are the ones that I typically have. Tasks around the house that need to get done, work-related tasks, and then just random other things that I want to be sure to get done throughout the month. And again, I'm sticking with those kind of stacked headings in this bold printed font. So to finish off that page, I'm just adding a little bit of, like, again, sort of a drop shadow to each of these boxes, thickening up the lines on the bottom and the right side just to add a little more dimension. And that is it for this page here. Moving on, I'm going to be setting up my monthly calendar, and this is the only other page in this setup. I am switching it up a tiny bit, not very much. Really, the only thing that I changed is normally I leave room at the top of the page to do the heading for that month, but this time I decided to put the heading over to the side, some doodles on the bottom, just kind of switch out the layout without actually switching any of like the content that I have on this page. So I still have my same size calendar here. The boxes are 6 dot grid spaces tall by 5 wide. And then over to the side again, I'm gonna have a spot to write down my YouTube posting schedule and a little focus for each week. So you might notice that the drawing is going like slower than usual, and that's because this theme was actually so fast to set up. Like all of these monthly pages combined, so like the title, the tasks page, the calendar, it took me like 20 minutes, maybe 25 to put together. And so this video is only being done at like ×2 speed instead of like ×3 or 4, which is what I normally need to do to make it the length that people can tolerate watching. But this one was so quick to set up. Those little jellyfish doodles were very minimal. So that's why it might seem like things are moving a little bit slower, because this is only ×2. So if you're looking for a theme that would be quick and easy, you can definitely use this one. Or also the next video that I'm going to be posting is going to be an August ideas video. So I used to do these all the time. Every month I would set up a video with 3 different ideas for that month, and recently I've kind of had to step it back a notch, but this month I decided to start doing that again. So keep your eyes open for that if you want some more really easy, really fast theme ideas for the month of August. So as I mentioned at the start of this page, I really just switched out kind of the arrangement. So instead of having a title above the calendar, I just left space for it over to the side. So again, I'm using that stacked lettering, my 02 fine liner to add a drop shadow, and then I still have lots of space along the side for YouTube, a weekly focus, and then some jellyfish doodles along the bottom. Now, I also do want to mention, if you're looking to recreate this theme or something similar, but you don't have Tombow markers and you don't want to invest in Tombow markers, I hear you. Tombows are so expensive. I don't really buy Tombow markers for myself. If a brand offers to send them to me, I jump for joy and I take them. But the markers that I bought for myself and that I really love and use all the time are the Crayola Super Tips. And actually, the set of 100 has like this same color scheme, but even a little bit more muted. Like the green, the yellow, the orange are all more muted, and I love that so much more than the Tombows. But mine are all like drying up because I used them all so much, the Crayola Super Tips. So now I've moved on to the Tombows. But if you do not want to shop for the Tombows, don't do it. I do not blame you. I love the Crayola Super Tips, even for lettering and like calligraphy and stuff like that. You can definitely get away with that, and now is the perfect time to shop for them, because when I bought my Crayola Super Tips, the set of 100, it was on sale for $12 Canadian, so that's like $9 or $10 American probably, on a back to school sale, and normally they're like 20 or 25 bucks on Amazon. So check out like Walmart, whatever kind of stores you've got nearby that sell school supplies, because you can get really great deals on some awesome markers this time of year. So let's do a quick little flip through. I also do want to remind you, I'm still working on a giveaway journal for one of you guys to use in 2023. I'll be giving that away probably in November, and it will have this same August theme for my 2022 in your 2023. So thank you all so much for joining me to set up this little August theme.